It's too dim in here. Let me get some proper lighting. I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Going. Super Sloth, what's up? This is uh this is exactly what I was looking for. My U200 light. It comes in handy even when I'm not at events. Put this right here. There, that's a lot better. I had no light and it was so dim in here. Put my this is a microphone. Microphone check 1 2 3. Are we live? Yes, we is. Let me see here. All right. Live chat right here. All right, the chat is on. What else? We have operators in the house. I hope everyone had an excellent day. The time has come where we get to recap, think about the weekend, and what else we want to do for this upcoming weekend as far as things that we learned over the few events we just did this past Friday and Saturday. And if you guys did one on Sunday, congratulations. I have not done an event on a Sunday just yet, but eventually it will happen. So what's up? We got Dimon. What's up, man? Very nice to have you guys here. Here on TikTok, we have free 9269. How you doing? I'm gonna be go ahead and like I said, today we're gonna be talking about the 360 booth business. We're gonna be talking about events. How much should we be charging? What are we using as far as our system goes when it comes to booking invoices and just having a reliable website with easy tools? A lot of things that we really need to cover, but we don't have too much time today, so we want to get the ball rolling right away. Let me go ahead and change the settings on here. I think I can have the change the settings so that you guys can start hitting me up with some questions here. Let's see. That's good. That's good right there. That's also good right there. And the details. Yep, we're good on there as well. So if everyone, I don't want to assume, so if everyone can hear me, if you guys can just please hit me with a number 1 on the chat box. If you guys can hear me clearly, if you guys can hear me with a 1 on the chat box. How's everyone doing on TikTok? If it's your very first time here during a live, what I like to do is I like to take time out of my life to dedicate to the 360 booth industry and go over with you guys as far as any questions go, things that really are challenging for you as brand new 360 booth operators, or even questions that you guys might have about starting the 360 booth business. We try to do this twice a week. We have our 360 Booth Global family on Facebook. Everyone's loving each other on that page, helping each other out, just like God would want us to, you know? And then also on YouTube, that's where I have pretty much all of my energy stored, you know, all the energy I took out of my life to put these videos together in hopes that it would help people. And I feel like, all right, we're getting ones. All right, cool. All right, we got XY Rentals. We got Kevin, Demond, uh, Shanker, Robin, Chapman. What's up, Robin? Omar, Exquisite, Tiffany, Mondo, the human. Mondo, I think I don't know what Mondo does for a living. I know Mondo like is in the industry, but Mondo is always on the live stream. So I'm glad he has that flexibility, man. That's dope. Cool. All right, and we got Didi right over here on TikTok as well. Hello. So Didi did her very first event this past weekend. Congratulations. That's always it's like probably one of the most memorable things during your career as a 360 booth operator, 360 booth business owner, is your very first event, just like your first kiss, your first dance, your first everything. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is should how much you should be charging for larger events. A friend and I, she's an operator. She's a brand new operator. She had her first event this past weekend. You guys already know Casey. So Casey is the individual that was interviewed not too long ago. Her video is posted on YouTube, and we were talking about should we charge more or less for bigger events. And so the details that went into that was if this is what I said. I said, if the event seems to be like a large event, we have to define what large means. What's the definition of a large event? Are we just focusing on the fact that it's a big celebration just because it's a wedding or an anniversary? Or are we really going to focus on the amount of people of attendees that are going to be at the event? So that's one thing we started talking about. And I told her, well, personally, what I think is this. We really want to focus on how much people are going to be at this event because that's pretty much going to dictate how busy you are and how many spins you'll be providing during your time, your booking period for that particular event. Now, what I like communicating over to the client when I get booked is how many people are you expecting at this event? Now, if they tell me, okay, it's going to be 50 people and they want to book me for 3 hours, personally, I think that's an overkill. I feel like they can save money by booking me for 2 hours. And to be completely transparent and helpful, I will share that information with them just so one I can win their trust and show them that hey, I'm looking out for you and I'm looking out for your budget. And I feel like because my platform is a 100 centimeter, it holds up to four, maybe even five people, but I like sticking to the number four just because I want to minimize the wear and tear on my booth. I tell them like if you're only going to have about 100 people, 2 hours should suffice. So with that being said, I think for me personally, I wouldn't charge extra if there's going to be a lot more people. What I would bring up is this: I would bring up that if the booth holds up to four people at one time, and there's going to be at least 100 people, that's 2 hours of me spinning. So you think about it, four people go on there, and I would say I would say close to maybe 4 minutes for the full transaction. What I mean by 4 minutes, guys, is this. Now hear me out. Sorry, guys, I got sidetracked by the chat thing because it just keeps on going. Anyways, let's go, baby. So my point I'm trying to make is just kind of break it down into like a mathematical formula. And I suck at math, but I have a calculator. So check this out. Um, so it's 100 people. You're booked for 2 hours. Your platform holds up to four people. So the way I see it is, it takes about 4 minutes for a full transaction. Now, transaction, what does that entail? That entails the people walking over to the prop table, picking their props, and then coming over to the platform. And then from the platform, you give them cues. You tell them, hey guys, keep your feet inside the booth at all times. Don't get off the booth until I say clear. Make sure you guys are communicating with your attendees on the booth because you guys are responsible. You guys are the directors. So make sure you guys are always giving them information and making eye contact and communicating clearly just so that they don't get smacked by the arm or don't even know when it's recording and they were waiting for you to say action or good to go or stuff like that. So that part also takes time. And then you finally hit, you check around the area, you're making sure that everyone's feet are inside and nothing's going to hit the arm. And then you tell them action, right? But that arm's going to spin what for a few seconds. And then when it's actually the motion gets triggered and it starts spinning, and then you're looking at the external screen and then you say action and it records for about 6 seconds. Okay, boom, 6 seconds. Start recording. So, time's ticking throughout this whole entire time. And then it stops. The arm stops, and then you yell out clear. The people are starting to come off the booth. They're pumped. They walk over to the table. They put away the props. Now, I'm walking you guys through this whole transition just so you guys can like try to visualize what I'm talking about. And now they put the props away on the prop table. They're coming up to you, and then on your phone, that video is rendering and it's processing. It's applying all the effects, including the boomerang and all that great stuff. That part might take about 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, depending on what you're using. Now, if you guys are using an iPhone 12, an iPhone 13, those phones have a decent processor. So, given the length of the video, depending on how long you made it, and if you don't have an outro to that video, it's going to render much faster. So, what I want to say is how much time has gone by from that point to that point, right? I want to say already a few minutes. Now, by the time you airdrop that video directly from your phone, we're not even factoring in the iPad sharing station. So when you airdrop that video that finished rendering, and plus, let's not forget that that video, once it's done rendering, it shares the video, meaning it gives you the final production right there on your phone, so they can see it, and they get this is the part when they get super excited, and this is one of my very very favorite parts is when they see the final production, and they're just looking at it, and everyone's like around you because your phone screen's this big, and everyone's laughing and hitting each. It's a great feeling. So then you start airdropping it to every individual there, and it usually ranges anywhere from 3 to 4 people, right? Because it's the same people that were on the booth. So then you calculate it. Okay, that's been like close to maybe really, really close to 4 minutes. And then, of course, you're ready to do your next spin. So then you factor that in. So usually when the people call me and tell me it's about 100 people, I was interested in booking it for 2 hours. I think 2 hours is solid because I think that multiple people can get on there and have multiple videos, go on there repeatedly, and still we can go through the whole 100 people at that event. Keep in mind, not every single individual is going to go on that booth because some people are extremely shy or some people just don't find it captivating enough. And I think they're playing. I think they really want to get on there, but sometimes people just hold back, and it's our job to kind of like try to encourage them. Just be a little pushy, like, come on, hey. Anyway, so that's my take on should you be charging more for bigger events. I think let's focus more on the number of attendees that are going to be at the event versus like saying you're at an event and say you're like at a carnival, right? At a some type of let's see, like a show, and there's going to be thousands of people walking back and forth. I think it's let's focus on the number of how many people are going to be there, and that's going to pretty much dictate how many hours they should book for. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I believe in keeping everything super simple for the client. So when they call in, you don't have too many upsells, you don't have too many add-ons, and you don't give them like an over-analysis paralysis. Like if you're selling shirts, for example, and you're selling a white shirt, a black shirt, and a red shirt, it's going to be easy for people to go on there and just select one of those 3 shirts or buy all 3 shirts. But if you have 10 shirts, they might be thinking like, should I get this one, this one? You give them so many options that their brain goes in. It's too much for them to process. It's too many options, and they probably end up clicking away from that website or don't give you the business at all. So I guess what I'm trying to say is try to keep your your offers, your services as practical and as simple as possible. So that's the conversation I had with Casey today. During our conversation is let's just focus on the amount of people and try to keep our website very easy to understand. Now, speaking of websites, I told you guys I'm gonna go ahead and start a website Wix website. What is it called? Like addition tutorial on how to build your website on Wix, how to get familiar with the booking system, and I think some of you guys here have already started your website, and some of you guys actually ended up using Wix, which is great because I'm going to show you guys everything. What I ended up doing was this: I decided to buy a buy Wix like a brand new and start from scratch versus utilizing what I currently have. I have 2 premium websites on Wix, and I didn't want to go into my 360 booth website because there's a lot of information there on now because you get payments there, people book with you there, so their name, their phone number, their address, everything is on there, and that for me was going to take me way too long to edit and blur out. So what I decided to do is just spend money and start a brand new website and build a website from scratch and just share the whole entire thing with you guys. That way you guys can kind of like say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I like that. And also, if there's something that you couldn't figure out and you see me do it right away, you can apply what you just learned and go in there and adjust your booking slots, your buffer, your deposit policy, everything, including like your invoice and everything that entails you having a successful business running on a platform. The coolest part about having a website like Wix for me, I'll tell you guys right away, is waking up in the morning, grabbing my phone, and as I'm still in bed, swiping on my email just to make sure it refreshes. And then it'll say, congratulations, you got a booking. And that's the best part because someone booked while you were asleep. And then you wake up to that beautiful news. And if you download the application, you'll get that application. Oh, I was about to reach for my phone, but I have my folks over here at TikTok as well in this live stream. But yeah, your application is going to show you guys who booked for what time, what day, and you can communicate with them through that application. Now, this is this live stream, I want to keep it short because I have there's thunder and lightning outside, but there's no rain. There's um there's a lot of things, guys, I'm backed up on, and one of them is answering your questions on YouTube, which is why I'm gonna try to go on here twice a week just to see if you guys have any new questions that have come up. Now I'm talking a lot right now as I usually do because I'm trying to cover as much ground as possible, but don't hesitate to drop your questions in the chat box for me. So before I get off this live stream with you guys, I can answer some of these questions. So go ahead and fire off those questions, beautiful operators, because I'm here to help you guys out as much as I can. Now, if you guys ever want to book a one-on-one for an entire hour, you guys can do that by visiting my website and just booking. And you can actually, I'm using Wix as well for that. So not only for clients to book a 360 booth session, but for also operators who want to book an entire hour with me and kind of go over whatever aspect of the business they're currently struggling with or they find the most challenging. And for me, it's it truly is a blessing because it allows me to see uh, the 360 booth business from a different perspective, from a different individual, from a different background, from a different state and city with a different demographic. So for me, that's also it helps me grow not only as a mentor but as an operator, just to see what other things people are experiencing as far as difficulties go. So just keep that in mind, guys. Every video that I put out, one, I'm gonna have my our current supplier that a lot of you guys utilize, my current supplier, to make sure you're getting your 360 booth at wholesale price plus good warranty, good customer service, and those for me are some of the biggest qualities. Now, this week, today was very, very windy, so I couldn't really test out the cold sparkles. I did test them out for the last 4 events, and these new cold sparkles I just bought from Alibaba have been really reliable. I like the way they work. The instructions on the manual were really easy to understand, and so this is a tutorial video I'm going to set up for the cold sparkles as well, just to show you guys how to operate these machines correctly, so you get a long lifespan out of them. What else can I share with you guys really fast here? I also received my package for the 360 magnet tops. I'm taking care of those. I'm going to show you guys because I love to set the expectation. So I'm going to show you guys once you receive your 360 booth magnet, how they're going to look, what to experience, what you're going to experience, and how to make sure you can get it nice and flat on your 360 booth platform. So I got some cool questions coming up right here. By the way, everyone on TikTok, I just want to thank you for tuning in. The best thing to do, guys, on TikTok is if you guys join me on the YouTube, and the link is in the description in my bio right here on TikTok. If you guys join me on YouTube, I can answer all of your questions while you guys are on here on YouTube. The reason why I want to bring you guys over to the YouTube platform is because a lot of great information goes into the YouTube channel, and TikTok is more for like very short clips just to post. And if anyone is interested, I feel like those videos will captivate you enough to say, you know, I'm gonna follow this guy because I like what he's sharing. And then you guys can come over to the YouTube platform where I put a ton of videos just showing everything that I could during my 360 booth launch and overall my 360 booth journey. So I welcome everyone on TikTok to join me on Facebook. All right, let's see. We have a few more minutes here. Oh, I hear the thunder now and the lightning. Okay, so here we go. Mondo, did you ever link THR cold sparklers? Mondo, what do you mean by that? Did you ever link the cold sparklers? Mondo, repeat that for me, brother. Let's spell it out for me a little different, so I don't assume what you're saying and I can answer your question. XY Rentals, I had my very first event this weekend and it turned out great, but I did have an issue with connecting my phone and iPad sharing station. They both have their own service, but wasn't able to connect them. XY Rentals, let me ask you this here on, let's see. So what I ended up doing this past weekend, XY Rentals, is I ended up doing my airdrop directly from my phone. I was having issues with my iPad continuously being disconnected from my phone, and this time I know for sure it wasn't a distance problem. What I mean by distance problem is in the past, sometimes I set my iPad sharing station a little too far away from my phone, and I feel like that right there kind of messes up the connection between the iPad and the phone that I'm using to record. So that's what I ended up doing. And then I was kind of, it's been disappointing really using TouchPix, guys. And if you guys are watching this right now, all 21 of you guys, just know that TouchPix kicked me out of their group on Facebook, and I guess I was voicing my opinion, and I reached out to the technical support team, and I told them, "Hey guys, my name is David. I'm a 360 booth operator. I want to get helpful information that I can share with the community. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I really appreciate the thumbs up. I always say, if you guys want to show your support, just hit me with a thumbs up because I know it's a family thing, and as a family thing, we need to support each other. And one thing about family is the 360 Booth Global group on Facebook. It's one of the greatest things I've ever experienced during my entire life, as far as being part of a group where everyone's helping each other out. Now, sadly, uh, I'm gonna say this too as well. It's like I wish my family was like that, like my real family. Like I wish they were more in tuned. And anyways, I'm getting off topic, but thank you for the thumbs up, everyone that's on here. That thumbs up really helps out. Um, so to answer your question, XY rentals, it's I shared I shared the technical support number and their email to TouchPix. So when you're having issues like that, you can maybe reach out to them and let them know so they can notate it, where you were at that point, to see if maybe that's a dead spot. Or I don't know exactly how they're gonna fix these issues, guys. But like I said, my alternative was to send airdrop the video directly from my phone. Michelle Mendoza, can you post a link? What's up, Michelle? Uh, can you post the link for the cold sparkles? I would be posting that link this week for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and include that link within my video of the cold sparkles, so that when you guys get your cold sparkles, you guys know how to operate those cold sparkles correctly, and you guys don't accidentally break them or do something wrong. Keep in mind, guys, this is my third pair of cold sparkles. My first pair I bought on eBay, and I didn't include any insurance when I bought my first two cold sparkles on eBay. One broke down, and then I was only rolling with one cold sparkle. And you guys will see some of my videos. There's only one cold sparkle. So then I ended up investing on another two cold sparkles. I also bought those on eBay from a different vendor. And this time, you gotta learn from mistakes. I added insurance to both of those cold sparkles I bought on eBay for the second time from a different supplier. One cold sparkle, when as soon as I got here, I used it once, and after that, it didn't work anymore. So I was left with one cold sparkle from the first supplier and another cold sparkle from the first. No, you guys get my point, right? I had one cold sparkle left from one supplier and one cold sparkle left from the secondary supplier. And so then for the secondary supplier, since I had insurance on that one, I said, I'm just going to get rid of this one completely and send it back. Who knows how long it's going to last? And I got my money back. And then I went on Alibaba just recently. And now I've been testing these cold sparkles out for about 2 weeks now. And I know you guys have been patient with me. And like I said, I didn't want to really share someone's information of a product that, one, I didn't really test well for myself, but because I had now 4 events to use them at, I can honestly say these have lasted much longer. They're easy to operate. And like I said, the manual it came with was easy to understand. So I'm going to break that down for you. Excuse me, guys. Let me take a sip of this coffee real quick. On TikTok, Los Demara wrote, how did you start advertising at first? At first, I had absolutely no content. So what I was doing was I went on Google. I copied and pasted images. I went on YouTube. I did screen recordings of his existing videos, and I used that on my social media, and I used that as well on my website. And after that, when I first started getting events, I was always recording with another phone as well, not just the actual phone I was using for TouchPix, to get as much content as possible. So that's the way I got my content to start advertising, guys. Okay, let's go back to the questions here on YouTube. XY Rentals, Walmart sells cold sparks for pretty cheap. I did not know Walmart sold cold sparks for cheap. I had no idea. That's actually, thank you for sharing, XY Rentals. Um, wow, Walmart sells cold sparks. Wow, that's interesting. XY Rentals, if you want to drop down the link to the cold sparkles that Walmart is selling, man, I think a lot of people would find that interesting, because if we can order directly from Walmart, and get some type of warranty, and Walmart's like in every city, that might work out. So what's up? What's up, Pure GFX 529? Phyllis, what's up? Michelle, Robin, what do you Robin writes, you would think they would appreciate the feedback. Oh yeah, I would assume that, every big corporation is driven by customer metrics, because I worked for corporate. Without customers, without clients, without their feedback, how much can you evolve? How much can you grow? How much can you improve? I don't know what's going on their side, but if they want to cut me off like that, fuck it, just roll with it. And then we got Franchette Black. Trust me, more than half of us family distinction one way or another. Yep. So Pure GFX 529 just bought his U200 Lite. It's amazing. All right, guys, good. That's a good point. Thank you for the reminder. So I have this U200 Lite right here. And I'm giving out one of these lights every single month. I'm giving out a free light. All you have to do to get into the monthly drawing is send me a screenshot that shows your first name and last name of your 360 booth purchase. That way I can see that you are a brand new 360 booth operator. And with that being said, I'm thinking like, what can I do? So what I started to do is I started giving out one of these U200 lights out every single month to a brand new 360 booth operator, just to kind of help you guys with your setup, because when it comes down to it, lighting is very, very important. So that's just me, a one way of helping you guys out until I become a bit more what's the word, when I reach a certain amount of success, maybe I can start giving two of these out, because these are around $80, guys. And you know, your boy David, I gotta take it easy. I gotta kind of measure where I'm at. But I'd love to give out 5 a month if I get to that level. Only God knows. Okay. How long did you take to receive the Cold Sparks? About less than 10 business days, Phyllis. Less than 10 business days. They were shipped over air, not through freight, over the air. Robin Chapman writes, the Cold Spark machine is a little too expensive for me right now, but by November I will have one. A definite add-on. Yeah, they're actually really good for your production. And not just that, guys, but think about this, and I was thinking about this because your boy's constantly thinking. That's why I had this big ass head. Because I had these big ass thoughts, these big ass dreams. So I was thinking, if you guys can get up to like four cold sparklers, now you guys can advertise as a cold spark business for weddings. Because if you guys notice, like when you see wedding videos, you'll notice that there's cold sparkles in the background. So I think that service alone, not even including the 360 booth, is something that's going to become more and more in demand. So if you can end up with four cold sparkles, right, and you get familiar on how to use a DMX controller, you can actually either sell that as a separate business or tell them, hey, in addition to that, I have a 360 booth, and you guys can make a lot more money. So these cold sparkles might be a great investment. There's just a lot of ways to scale your business. One things that I have my eye on is the low hanging fog. It's like a cloud, but it just remains really low, so it looks like you're dancing on top of the clouds. That's another way you can scale your business. There's just a lot of ways to enhance and get creative, during this lifetime while we're 360 booth operators to begin with. So there's a lot of room for growth. Erica, what's up? See, Erica writes, I just got U200 today and waiting for my additional lights, battery operated. That's what's up. Yeah, the U200 light, man. Whoever manufactured the U200 light did it for people who just wanted to do vlogging. But now, because the 360 booth industry is growing so rapid, I bet they're thinking like, wow, we really got lucky. Who would have thought there was going to be a rising industry of business that was going to be heavily dependent on our U200 light? So I bet those people right now are super happy. This is, guys, you never know. Like, if you have an idea, sometimes you just have to run with it, because you don't know what it's going to manifest into. You don't know what it's going to evolve into. So if you have a vision, guys, just, or a passion or a dream, don't sleep on it, you know? What's up, DJ Randy? Good to see you, man. Let's see, Carlos. Carlos writes, could we use some of your footage from TikTok if we decide to screen record them? Absolutely, Carlos. In the past, I've always told you guys, anything listed on my website, on my any of the platforms that you guys can utilize to your benefit. My thing has always been, do it. Copy and paste. Grab whatever you need to, especially what I'm using, apply that and use it to your success, because I'm here for a very short time during this lifetime, and I want to make sure that before I leave, I did what I could to help you guys out. And if you guys can help me out with the thumbs up, because we have 25 operators in here, only 9 likes. That's a little sad, man. I'm not gonna lie. I expected more from 360 booth operators, because we're in this industry where we care about people and help people out. So If we can get that thumbs up going, that would be really dope. Cool. All right. Let's see. Yeah. So Carlos, and everyone on the channel, thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Maybe I just needed to remind you guys because I know we get stuck on our phones and we're just kind of like soaking it all up. But thank you for the thumbs up, everyone that's helped me out so far. Appreciate you. All right. So let's continue rolling, guys. Let's see. DJ Randy from Atlanta. All right. Yep. All right. Here we go. Pure GFX is looking to buy a bigger 360 booth. I think if I buy it on my second one, because I know I need a second one. And real quick, guys. So I was having lunch by myself as usual on last Thursday. Was it last Thursday? Last Friday, and I got a call, and someone wanted to book me for Saturday. Man, it was in Burbank. They wanted 3 hours, and this what sucked is I have an existing one. I had an existing event and I couldn't get to it. And then I reached out to two of my operators in this area and they were booked as well. So that guy, waited last minute and he paid the price. I don't think he found anyone to spin for him. And that sucks. Another thing that sucks is this: for all you guys who just started your business, please try to avoid 1 hour service. When I first started my business and started my website, my offer was 1 hour, 2 hour, and 3 hours. Now I offer the 1 hour because I thought to myself, if I can make close to $300 in 1 hour, that's amazing. And so I did the 1 hour, 2 hour, and 3 hours. Now people were booking me for 1 hour, but what happened is some of those people booked far ahead. And now, for example, I have this upcoming event this Saturday, and it's a 1 hour event. Now, let me tell you guys what I would have changed. I would have not done the 1 hour, even though it seems like if you can make $300 an hour, then you're gonna go for it. The reason it's not a good idea is because since that person booked out this far out to this Saturday, a couple months later, I wasn't able to book around that time because it takes me 30 minutes to get there. It takes me 30 minutes to set up the 1 hour plus so basically I lost 3 hour bookings, 2 to 3 hour bookings because that 1 hour booking is existing. Now the solution would have been to at least do a 2 hour, or the solution would have been by now having two booths and a team going where we can provide that. We can provide people with that service and not turn down so much service or redirect so much service. So if you guys are barely starting off your 360 booth business, try to avoid the 1 hour booking, just because it is going to hurt you one way or another. Just wanted to put that out there. You guys do whatever you guys want. Okay, cool. Let's see. Grace, stay tuned in. We just I don't know, Grace, if you just joined just now, but yes, Grace, we're gonna be starting a series on Wix. In fact, we're gonna start a website from scratch, get into the booking, get into the invoice, get into the payments, get into all that great stuff. Okay. XY Rentals Luma Booth software. I have not tried it. I'm gonna write it down right now. I've heard about it, but I thought that the Luma booth was specifically for photo booths and not for 360 booths. So, I'm gonna write that down right here, Luma booth. Okay, I'll check that out. Michelle wrote, "I like the phone holder better on the round light sent with the 360 from Cindy." I think it's nice because it rotates, but if you think about it, Michelle, the I wish I had like a few items here so I can give you guys a visual. The holder that goes to the arm that goes connected to the U200 light also is pretty. You can rotate it as well, and once you find a good section, what you can also do is hold it there and then adjust the actual clamp. Adjust this right here to move your phone up or down as you need to. So there's a lot of adjusting you can do. So that for us operators, that's pretty dope. We have a lot of room to adjust the phone the proper way to get the best shot. Photobomb. Good to see you. I only do 2 hours or more. By the way, is anyone getting a lot of increase for July 16th? I've got hit up more than 20 times for that date. See, I love this information right here from Photobomb. He's saying a lot of people have reach out to him for July 16th. July 16th lands on a sorry, July 16th lands on a Saturday. I'm booked. I'm booked that Saturday. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on July 16th. I just know that yeah, I'm booked and I don't know if there's something that I'm missing, but the more bookings the better, right? Michelle Mendoza wrote, I only book 2 hour minimum. It's too much work setting up for 1 hour. I agree. Yeah. Do you always use all your equipment? TV, fog, cold spark, money guns. Black Guns 22. So Black Guns asked, am I using all my equipment? TV, fog, cold sparkles, guns during day events? No. I actually, feel like the external TV, you can barely see it during the daylight. There's just too much glare. So I bring it out so the client can see like, oh, I'm getting what I paid for. But do I really use it? Not really, because when you try to show them what's going on the TV, it's just too bright out so that you can't really see much on the TV. Now the cold sparks, I tried to use them once out in I was out in Victorville doing an event. It was during the day around I want to say close to like 5 p.m. I tried using the cold sparks. You can barely see them in the background. The reason I did it is because in person you can see it and it's like a wow, but it wasn't really making a difference in the production. But like I said, because the client paid me, I made sure that they got what they paid for. Um, but it's really so things that you can do without during the daylight, of course, is your RGB lights, your U200 light, your cold sparkles, and your TV. The fog, you can still use the fog during the daylight. So Mondo writes, yeah, that's what I thought too, but I watched free videos where Luma Booth was used on a 360. Okay, cool. So Mondo, I believe he's confirming that if you guys are interested, check out Luma Booth. I believe it's compatible with the 360 booth production. So Erica writes, thanks for the advice. I was on the fence about offering a 1 hour package. I did not include it on my website, but I had an option built in on the behind just in case. Yeah, Erica, like I said, for me, the 1 hour is a no go. Now, if we as a whole experience a slow season, maybe provide the 1 hour, just because people might be saying, "Hey, I really want to experience it, but I'm on a tight budget." And for me, I'd rather be out there having a good time than having my equipment in the garage collecting dust. So we just kind of we had to kind of check out the forecast and really get a sense of what's going on as far as what people are doing as like consumers. And if it gets really slow, maybe bring out the 1 hour and then have the 1 hour available within that month and not available for the future. Meaning have the availability for that hour during that month, but make sure they're not able to future date it into your busy seasons like later on in the year. So that's another good thing that you guys brought up, and I thank you guys for the thumbs up because now we got a total of 25 thumbs up. We got 25 lovely operators up in this thing. All right. Michelle's question, she wrote, can you use cold sparks inside of the event? You can use the cold sparks in the event, Michelle. When you guys buy your 360 booth spark machines, there's going to be two bags. One of them says small, the other one says large. The one that says small, those granules are finer and they're smaller. And those you want to use indoors. And the large bag, it doesn't mean the bag is larger, but the large granules are larger. They spark up a little brighter and they go a little bit higher, and those are safe to use outside. You guys will notice when you guys use a large TI powder, you'll notice that there'll be like dust left behind on your tables, on everything that's black. You can see it. The particles are bigger. If you guys use a smaller bag, it's finer, so you see less dust left behind. So indoors, you guys want to use a small granules when it comes to the TI powder. More on that on the upcoming video. We're gonna have elaborate on the cold sparkles. Good question. Let's see here. Robin Chapman. Hey guys, remember to like video for David, please. Yeah. Thank you for the love. Appreciate it. What's up, Timmy? Good to see you. I'm starting to see Timmy here more often. Says our market is pretty high in price and hours. We do a 3 hour minimum and still get a good amount of bookings. Man, that's lovely. If you guys are in a situation like Timmy, you guys are living the good life. If you guys are getting a constant 3 hour minimum booking, it's like, how good is it gonna get? You know, that's amazing. I've not had a 4 hour booking yet. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, speaking of 4 hour bookings, during my 2 hour booking, because my booth was constantly in rotation, my talent cell gave out when it was getting close to 3 hours. And in the past, it lasted a little bit longer, but it also is going to be dictated by how often you're using your motor because your motor's draining, it's taking life out of the battery. So if it's in your budget and you guys like being mobile, meaning you like having your booth wireless where you can move it anywhere because you have that talent cell, I would recommend buying a secondary one. I have a total of two, and I feel confident just going with those two batteries fully charged everywhere. And because every time I come back from a 3 hour event, I usually have like almost a full secondary talent cell just because the first one barely gives out, or I use the second one and it didn't take much battery from it at all. So it's a good thing we're having this conversation and like little things like this come to my mind and I can share this with you guys. So DJ Randy brings up a good point. If you're dealing with the coordinator, ask them like, is the venue going to allow cold sparks? Some people think sparks, and they think, nope, I don't want the alarm, smoke alarm to go off. The fog machine, nope, I don't want the smoke alarm. So check with the venue, check with the coordinator. Communication is everything. Right here, guys. Right now, before I dip out, because like I said, I have a stack of things to do, and man, it's life for me has changed drastically ever since I started this 360 booth journey. And because our family has grown and our network has just blossomed and flourished into this huge community, it's hard for me to keep up with you guys. So this is one of the reasons why I'm here sitting down having a conversation with you guys, because I feel like we get to cover a lot of ground, and I know that some people can't afford to pay $60 for an entire hour to have a one-on-one with me. And for the people that do, it's awesome because you can always write that off as a business consultation. So what I'm going to do right now, real quick, is I'm going to put my link here below to my website. So if you guys do want to book a one-on-one, you guys can do that if it's in your budget. If not, I always tell you guys, try to use everything you can that's for free. And joining the 360 Booth Global family is free, and just know that when you go in there, it's a place where you can really call a community, because everyone is helping each other out. And so it's going to get to a point where you're going to have a few events under your belt, and then it's going to be your turn to help a brand new operator out, and it's a good feeling to help people out. So I hope that you guys just continue to grow with me, and that we continue to grow as a family, because this thing is going to continue to grow and evolve. As you guys can see by some of these individuals in different states, the 360 booth business is in high demand. There's not one week that goes by that I lose out on business because I couldn't book that individual. And it sucks for me, which is why you guys have to network and help each other out, even though you guys are competing with one another. At the same time, you guys can work and network together, and it feels like you have a backup team. Out here in San Bernardino, I have a few people that I'm working with, at least three operators. So I send them service because, one, either I met them in person and I know what they're about. Two, they've been doing it longer than I have, so I know that they have their shit down. And then if I refer a client to them, I know they're going to be treated right because I'm talking to the owners, and the owners are going to go out there and handle their job and do it with integrity. Let me go ahead and just share that link with you guys, just in case you guys want to book a one-on-one. If that's something that you guys are interested in, let me go ahead and just grab this link here and put it right here. So that's my link there, to my website where you guys can book a 1 hour with me. Cool. All right, let's just answer let's get one more question here, guys. Then I gotta get back to to a different side of work. Okay. You're welcome, Robin. You're welcome, Timmy. I appreciate you guys jumping into the live stream to make it a bit more flavorful. You know, everyone sees the industry from a different point of view. Everyone comes across different types of issues, and this is what makes the community a lot more wholesome. Is that you get so many people from different cultures and backgrounds, and you know, even economies within their state or country, and so it really gives us an opportunity to grow at a much faster rate. So I wouldn't be shit without you guys. Let's just be honest. I'll just be this guy who enjoys what he does. But now that you know I'm sharing my 360 booth journey with you guys, it's this is a much bigger than me. This is much bigger than my vision. You know, I keep telling you guys I it's been difficult for me to keep up. So I'm always trying to look for ways where we can streamline and help each other out. And I think that's the best thing that I can do is try to welcome people that have a similar point of view to give them the opportunity to do what I do, and that's try to help each other out as much as possible. Yeah, Erica, this community is truly the best. Of course, you know I have to rep it that way because it's you guys went from TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and you guys met me on the Facebook platform, and everyone that took the time to meet me on the Facebook platform were people that really believed, and not only believed but uh, felt like it was necessary to have a community of family of 360 booth operators. So you guys understand the dynamics, and I'm glad you guys are contributing now and helping each other out. Michelle Mendoza, yes, you're the bomb, David. it's I'm up and running because of you. If you ever come to Denver, let me know. Michelle, when I go to Denver, I'll hit you up and we can have one of those Denver omelets, and we can laugh and talk about life a little bit. Um, Denver's a beautiful place. So I like traveling, guys, and right now I can't do that too much besides traveling to different cities. But I hope that I can get back to traveling because that for me it really re-energizes me and gives me a different point of view in life. So I'm gonna let you guys go. It's always sad, I know, but it was great to catch up with you guys. Keep in mind that I'm gonna try to stay faithful with the at least doing a recap at least once a week, and the recaps that you guys have to share as well are always welcome. This past weekend, the biggest recap was probably how the iPad train station kept disconnecting. And also, guys, just be cautious. Like you guys are operators, so always keep your eyes on the booth, especially when it's in motion. That way, no one gets hurt. Things like that. Carlos, it's only $60 for an entire hour, brother. Oh, DJ Randy, heck, when you come to Atlanta, we're going to Magic City, babe. I'll take all the prop money, DJ Randy. We're gonna make it rain. We're gonna make a thunderstorm in that all right, gotta come home to Charlotte. I'll host you. All right, Robin. Hey guys, before I get off, really quick, I'm gonna share my email with you guys. Remember that I'm starting that podcast, and I'm also gonna start doing interviews. And within those interviews, it's gonna be a moment for you to share why you jumped into the 360 booth business. What do you make of it? What it's done for you, and just kind of really dive into that, so that we can, like I said, see the 360 booth business from a different point of view. So I love to kind of like sit down and do like interviews with you guys, and also invite you guys to be on my upcoming podcast. This idea was pretty much not only validated but affirmed, like confirmed when I brought it up. I told you guys, if you guys would you guys think of the idea of me starting a podcast, that way you guys could listen to this type of conversation, but not only from one dude, but from me and a secondary person, a secondary operator, while you guys are doing your dishes, you guys are in the shower, driving, being stuck in traffic somewhere. If you guys can listen to this as a podcast, I think a lot of you guys said, yeah, I said, if you guys like this idea, hit me with the number two. And then the whole thing lit up with twos. And to me, that was confirmation. Like, we got to roll, baby. We got to start this podcast. Let me go ahead and put my email right here real quick, guys. By the way, guys, from business owner to business owners, I ask you guys to respect my phone line. A lot of you guys been calling my phone line to ask me questions, and I think that that's very selfish of you guys because I already made it very clear that that's strictly for business. This is me doing whatever. This is me basically doing what I can to spend time and really share what I have in my mind. So if you guys can please respect my line and don't call my line unless we make an agreement and you guys actually book me for a one-on-one and you guys prefer to talk over the phone versus doing a Zoom call. That's understandable, but please, guys, like I said, respect my business line as a business owner to business owner. Thank you. Let's see, Canary. Here goes my email. If you guys are interested in joining the podcast, I want to start getting a list together. So I'm gonna send you guys this email right here, canarycapitalrentals@gmail.com. And when you guys email me back, email me your first name. Shawanda, when you guys get this email and you guys decide to email me your first name, last name, email me what city and state you're in. That way, also I can consider uh, working out a schedule because we're all in different time zones. That's one thing I want to be conscious about. And just a little bit about yourself, like David, I just started, or David, I've been doing this for a while. That way, I can kind of get a feel of how I want to do, how I want to stagger these podcasts that are up and coming, because I want to bring flavor from different parts of the world. I just don't want to do strictly California, but like I said, I want to get everyone on this podcast to share like what kind of client base you have and everything like that entails the 360. Man, I'm getting chills right now just talking about this. Like want to I want to share this. I want to share your world on my podcast. So that's my email, guys. Copy and paste that email. Email me, like I said, your first name, last name, where you're spinning at, what city, what state. And so Carlos, I have a link on here, Carlos. It's a link to my website. If you want to book on one, just go to my website, and then on for services, you guys will see that you can book me for a one-on-one. So it's here. I'll grab it again, Carlos. Give me a sec. So this is my website link. By the way, if you guys check out my website and you find anything helpful on there, copy and paste, put it on your website. Like I said, as long as it helps and you guys can grow and use it to your advantage, use it as a tool. That's what I'm here for during my lifetime. Okay, so we're almost here for an entire hour. Whew, I'm tired, but just gotta keep on pushing through, right? I'll see you guys soon. Throw up the peace sign, and thanks for everyone who came out. I don't know if all you guys are still here, but thank you, XY Rentals, Kevin, Damon, Shanker, Robin, Omar, Exquisite, Tiffany, Mondo. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you guys all. Michelle, I had an opportunity to talk to Michelle over the phone. She booked a one-on-one. She was really super cool. Carlos, thank you. Phyllis, Pure GFX 529, thank you for stopping by. Robin, thank you so much for your support. Franchette Black, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, Erica, DJ, Randy. I'm not going to forget about Magic City, man. You said it. Carlos. And let's see who we got. Grace, Black, Black Gun 22. This is basically me saying goodbye, guys. Timmy, thank you for stopping by. Okay. And that is the whole squad for today, looks like. Yeah, I'm scrolling down slowly here. I don't want to miss anyone. And Shawanda, who came here last minute. But this video is going to be on playback. So thank you for stopping by, Sarah. Exquisite. Super. Wow, how do you say it? Super dude. Super G did do 24. What's up, brother? Your name is not the easiest to pronounce, bro. You got me. You got me. All right, you guys have a good night. Peace.